The metaverse refers to both current and future integrated digital platforms that are focused on virtual and augmented reality. It is widely regarded as the internet's next frontier, with the tech industry and other sectors seeing it as a significant business and financial opportunity. According to the vision for the metaverse articulated by social media and technology companies, devices such as virtual reality headsets, digital glasses, smartphones, and other devices will allow users to access to 3D virtual or augmented reality environments where they can work, connect with friends, conduct business, visit remote locations, and access educational opportunities, all in an environment mediated by technology in a new and immersive way. So, invest in the metaverse. But what does that even mean? Lucky for you, Nugget Lover, we're going to cover the 4 ways on how you can invest in the metaverse, covering options that are higher risk and options that are lower risk. And if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit the like button. It really helps support the channel. And with that being said, let's get into the content. The metaverse contains a diverse collection of experiences. Refers to a series of immersive digital experiences that will be made available to users in the future, allowing them to participate in a variety of activities in entirely digital environments. This could include participating in a massive virtual reality multiplayer game using a VR headset or experiencing integrated digital and physical spaces, such as location-specific immersive digital content from business visitors using digital glasses or smartphones. The metaverse, in other words, is a collection of digital spaces and experiences that are currently being developed by companies in order to provide a more realistic and immersive digital experience. Technology has a wide range of potential applications, ranging from augmented reality collaboration platforms that can improve collaboration and integration to work productivity platforms for remote teams that could, for example, allow real estate agents to host virtual home tours. The metaverse is currently being incorporated into internet connected video games such as Second Life, Minecraft, and Fortnite, with a persistent virtual world in which players from all around the world can participate at the same time. Games provide immersive social and virtual experiences that are both social and virtual. Even though it is not the same as virtual reality, the metaverse will allow for more virtual reality experiences. There are 2 parts to the metaverse. There is the actual ecosystem, then there are the assets within the ecosystem. When we bet on the metaverse, we are betting on which ecosystem will people be living in and using in the future. So the first thing is that if we go to a website like a CoinGecko or maybe a Coin Market Cap, we can sort out projects by metaverse or by gaming. And you will notice that many projects that are in metaverse are also in gaming. We put them together, and this is why you'll see projects such as Axie Infinity, Engine, and Sandbox in both of these categories. Same thing if you go to CoinMarketCap, and you are sorted out by top metaverse tokens. You will notice that when we speak about the metaverse, it is often gaming tokens as well. So, when it comes to these ecosystems, there is the token for the ecosystem, and then the individual assets within the ecosystem. For example, there's the Axie Infinity token, and then there are the individual assets within Axie Infinity. And when we're looking between these 2 options, the individual assets will always be more risky, because the first bet we're making is whether people will even be using that ecosystem in the future. And then the second bet is, let's say they are using that ecosystem in the future, and well, which individual NFT or assets within that ecosystem will be valuable. The same thing for something like Decentraland. There's the central and the minor, the token, and then there are the Decentraland individual NFTs. And if we're on OpenSea, we can see that Decentraland NFTs, even though there are 97,000 of them, have a pretty high floor price. Also, Decentraland has been on fire recently. It has been up 245% over the last 2 weeks and 306% over the last month. But this is really not surprising, because in a video we watched 4 months ago that spoke about something very special with Decentraland. In that video, they referenced this report, Blockchain Development Trends of 2021. One of the top bullet points of something very special about Decentraland NFT and Metaverse projects like collectibles, gaming, crypto art, and virtual worlds saw a market-wide increase in interest, but mostly follow a closed-source development approach. A notable exception is Decentraland, which has a development activity on the levels of some major blockchain technologies like Stellar and Algorand. So, this recent pump from Decentraland is not really surprising, considering the fact that they have so many people working on the ecosystem, right? So, you have the token, and then you have the assets. The same thing for something like the sandbox. There's the sandbox token, and then there's the individual NFTs. And there are 101,000 of these NFTs. But as we can see, these ones are not as valuable. Another example we have is an Illuvium token. And then we have an Illuvium, the individual assets for the game. These individual NFTs will always be more risky, and the way we see it is that with the tokens for the projects, it's almost like an index fund. For example, with stocks, you have the individual stocks, which could be highly risky, but then you can instead buy an index fund, which gives you exposure to many different individual stocks, right? So, it lowers the risk. In this case, you can buy the individual asset, which is a higher risk, or you can buy the project's token. But these are only two ways, right? This is lower risk and higher risk. But there's even a lower risk play. And the lower risk play, this might sound very boring, but it is simply owning Ethereum. And why? Because if you look at this top metaverse projects and all these top gaming projects, they're all built on Ethereum. UFO gaming on Ethereum, the Aave Gotchi on Ethereum, Illuvium on Ethereum, Axie Infinity on Ethereum, right? So you have the big bet on this metaverse on which ones will make it. But let's say out of all the bets you make into gaming or the metaverse, they all fail, right? They all go to zero. When holding Ethereum, at least you have the base layer, right? If there is in the future a different project, a metaverse, or a game that is on theory. This is why Ethereum really gives you a broad exposure to the metaverse and gaming. So far, we see three options with different levels of risks. We have Ethereum on the lower risk, and then we have the actual project tokens, medium risk, and then the highest risk is the individual NFTs themselves. So, these are three ways so far. Now, the fourth way is not going to be such a popular option, especially on a crypto channel, and that is investing in Facebook, or as they're now called, Meta. Because we know that Facebook has rebranded to Meta because they're going to build the metaverse, and whether you like Facebook or not, they are absolutely massive, and they will likely build a big project that will be successful. Last 2021, CEO Mark Zuckerberg introduced Meta, which brings together our apps and technologies under one new company brand. Meta's focus will be to bring the metaverse to life and help people connect, find communities, and grow businesses. The metaverse will feel like a hybrid of today's online social experiences, sometimes expanded into three dimensions or projected into the physical world. It will let you share immersive experiences with other people even when you can't be together, and do things together that you couldn't do in the physical world. It's the next in evolution in a long line of social technologies, and it's ushering in a new chapter for their company. Did you know that Facebook is going to hire 10,000 people in Europe to build their metaverse? They're not taking this lightly. Facebook is a giant. They own so many different companies and they have everything they need to succeed. They have the developers, they have the staff, they have the marketing, they have the technology, and really, everything that would make a company successful. So, when it comes to Facebook and their metaverse, will we be personally investing in Facebook or Meta? We don't think so. We still wanted to let you guys know about this option. The risk levels associated with Ethereum vary depending on which option we choose from the four presented above. In addition, let us assume that investing in something like Meta or Facebook is on the low risk end of the spectrum, and that risk is increased further when investing in individual ecosystems, and even further increased when purchasing individual NFTs, and eventually, whatever you decide will be up to you. Last but not least, each of us has a different level of risk tolerance. Some people may prefer to take a low-risk approach and invest 90% of their funds into Ethereum, 5% in tokens, and 5% in individual NFTs. Somebody might even want to take a bigger chance, right? Increased risk, increased reward, and the possibility of not even having Ethereum at all, and instead focusing solely on tokens and individual NFTs. So, with that said, we'd like to know what you're up to. Please share your metaverse investment strategy in the comments section below. That's it for this video, Nugget Lover. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person, as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you soon!